AI is everywhere, and it's concerning me with the recent price raise of RAM and now PC coolers. It'll be a while until the prices stabilize or go down again. Unfortunately, Nvidia, a previously gaming focused company, is now focused on AI more than ever, and consumers are sick of it. Dell, a company that has been in the PC market for a while now, has realized that consumers aren't buying their PCs based off AI, and AI isn't the main focus for consumers. So if that is the case, why are companies like Microsoft, Google, YouTube, or any other big company trying to show you AI every chance that they can get and try and force it into our daily lives? Windows 11 is the latest OS made by Microsoft, and sadly it's slowly becoming the AI OS, as I have seen Copilot in things like Notepad, Paint, Settings, soon to be File Explorer, and let's not forget Microsoft Edge. And I mentioned Copilot before, Copilot being Microsoft's AI replacing Windows 10's Cortana. AI is everywhere, and they are planning to add it to Xbox too, to assist you in every game that you want to play. Sadly, Windows is the industry standard. However, Linux has seen a rise since 2020 to now due to the many complaints people have with Windows. I used Linux for around 2 to 4 months in 2025 and it was great. The only downside was my editing software didn't work well with Linux, and anything that I used to stream with, like my chat messages, they wouldn't show properly because I use StreamerBot, and that isn't natively on Linux, so I had to move back to Windows to do what I wanted to do, and my capture card wasn't working on Linux either. There was many encoder issues, there was issues with my capture card, and there was issues with certain apps. However, if that wasn't the issue, I would have stayed on Linux, and I imagine all these issues will be fixed in the future. There was another issue where the syslog folder was taking up 100 gigabytes of data, which I had to limit and sort out in the terminal. And if you're not tech savvy like I am, you wouldn't know where to begin. Linux is becoming more and more user friendly, and I hope one day it becomes the industry standard. Now on to Google. Google, I hate you and your company, and I am surprised I am still a content creator on your platform. Your AI sucks. AI Google search is laughable at most, and every feature that you add to YouTube is getting worse and worse. Let's begin with the AI inspiration tab. This doesn't inspire me. It disgusts me as a creator that we even have this tool. Humans can be better at content than this slop, and the fact that you encourage it on a creative platform is depressing. You are suppressing real creators with a real chance at growing on the platform. Not only has AI proven multiple times again and again to plagiarize work, but most creators are sick of it. It's not just on YouTube Studio, you see it everywhere. Every few YouTube shorts I see now is 100% AI generated or worse. On top of that, you have added AI video generation, and that is there to help the creators, when most of the time it causes slop and a mess on its own. What happened to broadcast yourself? This is a site to broadcast yourself, not AI. There is also AI upscaling and AI auto dubbing that can be turned off in the Creator Studio settings. I will now show in the background how to turn it off. YouTube search is getting worse and worse by the day, as when you want to search for something, rather than long form videos showing up at the top, it's mostly short form, which can now be turned off in the filters for search. But it's still a nightmare to search on YouTube, not to mention that you are planning on adding a YouTube AI search tool as well to the site. Not to mention, on top of everything, you have the worst moderation I have ever seen for a website. Not including Roblox, of course. Nothing can beat Roblox in the worst moderation category. But most of it is run by robots now. None of it, or almost none of it, is run by humans. Robots make mistakes. and terminate innocent YouTube channels. For example, in 2020, I was falsely terminated due to AI moderation and got my channel back in 2021. Almost 6 months later. AI wasn't as powerful back then as it is now, but my point still stands. I'm really surprised that people haven't had a protest outside of YouTube HQ yet to make Neo, the CEO of YouTube, listen to everyone's points on AI. Now, moving on to the environment impact AI has on the Earth. We only have one planet. There is no backup plan or backup Earth. Elon Musk's Mars plan is decades to centuries away, and we're ruining our planet by using AI in creative and creation work. AI uses a significant amount of water, primarily for cooling data centers, with estimates suggesting global usage could reach 6.6 billion cubic meters by 2027, equivalent to half of the UK's annual usage. When you use AI, you are making the Earth worse. For future generations to come, some already may have kids, and they will be affected by this too. We aren't just ruining our planet, but we are ruining our futures. And sooner we make companies realize AI is not a good thing, the better. Our futures need to be clean, but our generations need to be clean too. If we want humans to live as long as possible, then we need to stop being stupid, stop destroying our planet, and stop using AI. Stop using AI and start learning skills. You are capable of learning. Self-doubt is one big thing, and the reason why people use AI. But you don't need to self-doubt yourself. Everyone's got it in you to be creative. Everyone's got it in you to make your own content. AI may be given to us for free, but it's not free. Far from it. It costs companies millions, but they have been making nothing in return. There are investors, but there aren't enough customers. This is not sustainable for companies or the environment. Once this bubble bursts, companies will suffer. There's one more point I want to make, and people won't be expecting me to make it because it's a positive point about AI. While AI is not good on the generative side of things, it can be used well in the medical field and has a positive side medically, helping someone speak for the first time, using robots for precise surgeries, and more. That is the only good use of AI, and could also be used as a learning tool to fix a problem. For example, on Linux, I didn't know how to limit the syslogs folder, but I did know how to use the terminal. The syslogs folder, as mentioned previously, was holding up 100 gigabytes of data, and that is not normal. So it told me step by step on how to go through on the terminal and limit the folders so it didn't happen again. Those examples can be the pros of AI, but the cons outweigh the pros. I think once the AI bubble bursts by 2030, and people will move on. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think the AI bubble will burst in 2030? Thank you for watching. Goodbye.